And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. What a great group of receivers they run out there, and a staunch, stout defense they'll be running into. Jesse, how are they going to get open? How does this defense keep them in check?
Well, I think one thing this receiving group knows, to have success in this game against this defense, is it's going to take all of them. It's not just going to be one guy making all the plays. They're all going to have to be able to step up and, David, take advantage of their own individual one-on-one opportunities when those chances come their way.
Well, and I think that's what's good about this offense. Their strength in numbers. It's not just one guy that you can take away. There's several receivers that can make plays. That stresses the defense. Like, find the weakness, go after it. That guy can win. So it'll be a fun individual matchup.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got his man quickly. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. You know, you open a game like that and it sends a message. You might want to take him away, but you're not going to.
You ain't going to. My guy is better than yours. And guess what? I know you know he's good, but we're still going to throw him the football no matter what you do. This offense is confident in his ability, and this is why. He makes big plays and starts the game off with a big play.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Running game got it done on the last play, now it's first down. Looking downfield on first down. Makes a connection. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Grab near the sticks. It's Hayward. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Now setting up shop in the red zone. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Galloway. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect the ball.
He's got an open man. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wideout trying to get it in. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Finding it tough to make positive yardage. Now 3rd and goal from the 2. Trying to slam in. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And how about a decision time right off the jump? 4th down. Do I want to go for it? First drive. Palmer, what you going to do?
I'm taking the points right here. It's early in the game. You're trying to pay off this opening drive. Just get some points up on the board. If it was a little closer to the end zone, I'd say maybe go for it, but I'm playing conservative on this one. Well, this team knew coming into tonight's game they had to get momentum early, playing at home. They want to get the crowd into it, so you get a beautiful drive here to start this thing. You would have liked to cap it off with a touchdown, but listen, you set yourself up for a field goal, you knock it through the uprights, you've got the lead, everything right now looking good.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the story is going to be in this one. Will this quarterback be able to operate before that big fella on the defensive front gets right in his grill, Jesse?
And listen, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the country, but he better play with the clock in his head in this one. He's not going to have a lot of time. There are a lot of quarterbacks around the SEC that probably felt this way back when they played the Georgia Bulldogs and David Pollock, right?
Yeah, especially those real teams with Jordan Davis and Nolan Smith and Jalen Carter. But, like, here's what's fun. You can't throw the ball off your back. And that's what this guy's going to try to do. Get to the quarterback, affect him. The bottom line is every quarterback becomes really human when you hit him.
Breaks into the open. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got him downfield. No one's going to get him. Touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point makes it 7-3. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher coming on that 42-yard touchdown toss. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They'll go back to work on offense. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hayward.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37.
Defense, what are we doing? How are you going to let that guy, one of the best receivers in the entire country, be wide open like that? You're just making it way too easy for the offense.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. It's great to spread the ball around and fool him, but if you've got a dude, feed him, and they are.
No doubt, Reese. That guy is a problem. I mean, you got a receiver that's so talented out wide, hard to cover. Go to him once, go to him twice. Shoot, let's go to him a 3rd time.
Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. Passing game kept the drive moving. Here's 1st down. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. They just keep firing. Got it in the middle. It's Hayward. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got his man, makes the grab. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. It's caught! That's a touchdown! That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking, and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield, and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. So a drive there of 84 yards. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marked it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Fires to the wideout. On target to the left. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Catch in the middle. It's Stone. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
They'll go to the air. Looking to get it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out, they'll get you a touchdown. That's a great drive by the offense.
And with the extra point, they're up 14-10. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Now this offense is back on the field. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. Gets it out fast. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. First down, 10 yards to go. Wants to go up top on first down. Makes the catch. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game, now on second down. Throws for the tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. Gonna look downfield again. He's got his man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Here comes the heat. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in the first half.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Makes the catch. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
And into the end zone for a touchdown.
And that touchdown run is just going to galvanize this entire football team. Really nice job being physical, and that sends a message. We're not just taking the lead. There's a lot of football left, and we are going to keep trying to run this ball down your throat.
Here comes the two-point try. Looking to throw. And he makes the grab for the deuce.
And it's more common to throw for the two-point conversion than it is to run anymore. So you practice these a lot. You can tell. Nice timing, nice rhythm, in sync, nice two-point conversion.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They cashed in on a short field last time they had it, and now they'll go to work from their own end. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running game.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. It's complete. Turning it on. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside the 40. Quick strike complete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking for a crease to the left. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense. He'll take a shot. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention. Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harvey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Zings it complete to the right.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Punts it out of the air. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Quickly complete. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He's got the tight end. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver can get it. 1st and 10, they're down to the 25. It's complete. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down. They'll immediately call timeout. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. And he'll try to keep that smooth leg swing going for the 2nd time today, this one from 34 yards out. It's good. Easy call for the refs. Now up by 4 here in the 3rd quarter. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a great one today from there in Blacksburg. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass, and they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison, or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now this offense will take the field again. They put points on the board in the first half, but still find themselves in a hole.
If I'm this offense, man, I'm not trying to change anything. I scored a bunch of points. I've been successful. Jesse, the defense has to catch up here in the 2nd half.
Yeah, they do. They're going to have to start making plays, but you can only control what you can control. So for the offense, go out, do your job, trusting.
There he goes. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on 1st down. To the ground with the back.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the 2nd half.
He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down.
You just can't say enough about this quarterback and how important his legs are to their success for this season, for this game, and really for this drive. Earlier, when he called his own number, it was a big gain. He does it again. He's got the knack of just understanding when to throw it, when to take off and run. You saw it right there.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Wants to go up top. The screen, he can go.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Running into the open space. And they knocked him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Gonna swing it on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Man, there are defensive players out there that can just take games over, and that's what's happening with this guy right now. He is not cooperating with the offensive game plan. A sack on 2 consecutive plays, and now on third down, you know he's pinning his ears back again.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. And they'll send the field goal team back out for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise. Nestled just inside that right upright. That brings them to within 1.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. He'll bring it out. It's Harvey. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Right on the money. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. And they just need a few inches for the first down, but they've got 3 receivers spread to the right. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. To the air on first down. It's complete. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
And here comes the offense on second down. On the ground, it's Galloway. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up. And now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. From the gun, running back on the move. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll run play action. He's got it. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he's not going to take the touchback. No idea what he could have been thinking to try to return that one, and they stop him at the 7. First order of business, get out of this hole as the drive starts at their own 7-yard line. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at their 23. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Got his man on the right. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after 3. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Using the quick game. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield on first down. Gets it out quickly.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Quickly out to the tight end. He goes out of bounds right at midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. Looking to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Now improvising. He's going to run it. Quarterback gets past the marker. And he's finally down, sliding in safely after the huge pickup.
I mean, these quarterbacks nowadays can run so fast. Think about who you've got chasing him. Defensive linemen, those big old defensive tackles, defensive ends, linebackers. They can't catch him because they're faster than them nowadays. So much speed, so much electricity now with these guys.
Going to work on 2nd down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. He's got him still on his feet. He's in for the touchdown.
Well, I love the play call late in the 4th quarter. Now you're just trying to get athletes in space. They throw it to him just short of the end zone, and he does the rest. And because of it, his team now has the lead.
Up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're on top by 5. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal. And breaks into the open. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41. They used a chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. After the flag, distance for a first down cut in half. They can really get aggressive on 1st and 5. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong. But sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Gilmore. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense. Now 2nd and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And this one will be stopped for no gain. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
Man, this is a big moment coming up. That's a big 3rd down stop. Now this offense, you've got one shot. You need a touchdown. What's your go-to pass now? Because...
And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Oh, he's got some space. Bounds into the end zone for a touchdown.
And back in the day, you used to line up and your tight end was a blocker and you threw it to him short. Now, these guys are being so dynamic in space and so athletic. Now they can make big, huge plays for your offense and put points on the board in a hurry.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking to throw on 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Stone. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Here he goes. Touchdown.
And listen, still a ways to go, but great job by this offense getting you back in the ball game. Now, we got a 1-possession game. We got our score. We did what we're supposed to do. Now, how do we get this stopped? Now, the defense has to come up big and get me the rock back.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Great place to start for this offense. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets it out fast. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Wants to go up top. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Finds his man. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. He's got it on the run. He's got it, and he goes into the end zone for the touchdown.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Looking downfield on first down. Snagged out of the air. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. He spikes it. Clock stops as they try to rally late. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Booker. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. He'll spike the ball to try to save every precious second he can. Backed up now. Here's second and long. Back to pass. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, floated high, and it's intercepted. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT.
Turning it on. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, he had it right down the middle, and it just squirted right through his fingers, and they miss an opportunity for a nice play on first down. Quick strike complete. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Quickly complete. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the third time. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. And they didn't need the extra points, but maybe just a chance to stick it to them right here a little bit at the end. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored.